Hello and welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Julie. This is Bookish Travels, where we discover days and explore books. Now, I have been tagged in several tags. So today I'm going to do the Sod'S Law book tag. I cannot remember who tagged me. I think it was Alan over Alan's Reads. I'm very annoyed at myself because I have managed to lose yet another microphone. I don't know where I've done with it. So I'm going to have to put up with this one. There are 9 prompts to this book tag. However, I'm going to put a Julie spin on this tag, and I'm going to combine questions 1 to 3 in like a bit of a chatty response. I have the questions here. So the first 3 questions talk about videos, mention a video that has taken an enormous amount of time to film, to put together, to edit, etc. But actually failed to get that many views. The second question is name a video you've had many disasters whilst doing. And then the third question is name a video that you've put together on off the cuff and actually is being quite successful. Now, I've had many disasters while making my videos over the many years that I've been doing BookTube, like over 10 years. I think I've been doing BookTube now for about, doing YouTube now for about 12 years at least, maybe more. I've had various channels that I've just tinkered with, but anyway, I've had many disasters with them. Mainly, I have to say, editing. I've lost videos because what I do, I record on my phone, then I edit on my phone, and then I transfer to my PC where I upload from there. And if I can't upload at the time, I'll save it in a file. And then sometimes I go through those files and I think, oh, it's just full of stuff. What is it? I don't need it. In the bin it goes. And then I go to upload videos and I'm like, where is those videos that I recorded the other day? Some videos when I was trying to work editing on my PC go tits up. Some have just fried, or I've lost pieces, or there's so much sort of like editing mistakes I've made in it that it's just not recoverable. So in the bin they go. Uploaded a video and put the completely wrong thumbnail on it, or vice versa, all sorts of things. But of course it's just trial and error, isn't it? Now, what comes to mind with the first question about you've worked really hard on a video and it doesn't get the traction that you would think it would? Many. Whatever my video is, I work hard in the background. I research stuff. I spend hours on the computer doing my research, so I get my information correct when I'm talking. There's places that I organise to go and visit. It's all the travelling time, it's all the expense of getting there. I have to use public transport, so that's not easy sometimes. It's buying the equipment and all sorts. So there's a tremendous amount of time that does go into a video behind the scenes. Now, what comes to mind is, I keep knocking this. What comes to mind is a Tudor Timber video that actually no longer exists because it was on my previous Hungry Bookworm channel, and it was all about Tudor fashion. Now, I spent hours writing out a script of different what the item was and what it was called and what it was used for, and then getting the pictures, and in editing getting my voiceover to match the pictures, and I'm getting some little bit of music in there that matches the scene and the tone of the video. Windows Movie Maker at the time, and that was very tricky. I spent hours on that thing, and I was like, watched it back and I thought, yes, I am proud of this. And do you know what? It got like 30 views. I was mortified. The blood, the sweat and the tears I spent over that video, I actually really felt quite depressed about it. Now, I have to say, this channel now, the ones that do get my highest views are videos that I really enjoy, but they're really easy to film, and they're book hauls. I call them filler content because I would like to make my channel sort of educational, explorative and interesting, and sometimes book hauls can be a bit mind-numbing, but I enjoy them. I love watching people haul books that they've bought because I'm really nosy in that respect. I like to see the books that people buy, and I'm when I get some really good choices in charity shops, I'm hyped to show you guys, but I'm well aware it's kind of a bit of a video that is just quite easy. I mean, literally you sit down and do it. I have been starting a series called Bench Book Hauls because my very first one was way back just before Christmas, I think. I went charity book shopping and I bought quite a few. The bag was hurting my shoulders and I had to sit down. And I just got this idea to why don't I just record from the bench, and that got hundreds of views. So recently I thought, do you know what, when I buy some books from a charity shop, I'm going to look around the place for an interesting bench, and I'm going to, you know, haul them on said bench. No matter the channel that I've had, I don't seem to pull in as many views as other people, which is a bit disappointing for me because I put my heart and soul into this channel. I really, really enjoy it, and I do, and I think I'm doing this for myself because I enjoy it, and I just want other people to come and share the love that I have for my books. And I do kind of think if I haven't messed about with my channels over the years and kept to my very, very first one, you know, I would have a much bigger platform. But I can't take it back. So yeah, I just molly along as I am. Now, question 4 is don't believe the hype. Books you were really excited and looking forward to, and that was a letdown to you. But from memory, I do remember I wasn't necessarily looking forward to it, but I'd heard so many people talk about it, and I normally resist the hype, but I didn't. And it was Lessons in Chemistry. And the first sort of like chapter or chapters, I thought, oh, it's pretty good. But as the book went on, I just didn't enjoy it. And honestly, I just didn't feel the hype. I really didn't. Question 5 is a book that you've been dying to read, but every time you pick it up, something happens and you end up going to a different book. Now, this is a book that I have been wanting to read for many, many years. And actually, I have started it, and I've got the furthest most recently, and that is Pride and Prejudice. I love the story. I really enjoyed Jane Austen's stories when I watched them, but I've never been able to read it. So I've got, look there, not very far at all, page 48, but believe me, this is the furthest I've ever got. I have to admit, I do struggle. I really struggle with Jane Austen's writing. I don't know why. I seem to be the only one in the world that struggles. I just don't find her entertaining. As I said, I love the stories when I'm watching them, but I find myself having to go back to sentences and thinking, I don't get what she's trying to put over. So I have put it back on my shelf. And there it will stay until I decide that I want to pick it up again. Now, question 6 is booktube events that you want to partake in. Now, I always seem to miss the Hay Festival. Every year, I think I must go, and then I miss it, and I think, okay, I must organise it for next year. And then, bam, people are talking about it. Welcome to the Hay Festival, and thinking, darn it, I missed it again. But also, I seem to keep missing is the London Booktube meetup that's hosted by Katie Lumsden. Now, I was so close this year. I had a place. I was going. It was in my diary. But my daughter got ill the night before. My daughter's chronically ill and she needs specialised care. So I had to miss it again. Now, question 7 is books that you end up having many copies because when you come across it in a bookshop, you don't think you've got it. Well, I have to say, on my Cozy Crime shelf, when I go into charity shops, I think, I found it, I haven't got this one, and I get it, and I've already got one, or I've already got two. I've actually just sorted out my charity shop bookshelf and got rid of all the second ones or the duplicates. So now in my handbag I have a little notebook where I've written down all the books that I've got in particular series. So if I do come across one, I get out my notebook and I check and I think, whew, it saved me some money there. But I will say an extra bit of this question is name a book that you've got many, many copies of on purpose. And I have to say it's Murder on the Orient Express. I absolutely love that book and I want to collect every single copy. I will say when Twilight came out, I bought every single Twilight in the book. I ended up with like 20 different Twilights. And the white ones, the black ones, the hardcover ones, the graphic ones, the tatty ones, the new ones, hardback, paperback, you name it, I had it. And eventually I came to my senses and I went, Julie, what are you doing? What are you doing? So I got rid of them. Next question is a video that you've been wanting to put together for a long time, but events happen and you never get around to it. Well, I've been working on an Agatha Christie series for a long, long time now, and I keep changing my mind. Do this, do that, whatever. And then I write lots of notes and then I just never get around to it because I think, oh, my notes are in a mess and I can't be bothered and blah, blah, blah. But eventually I will get there. Now, question 9 is a book that you want to buy, but for some reason your attempts are thwarted. I do remember I wanted to get Ahsoka Tano, and I'd listened to the audiobook and I really, really enjoyed it. It's actually really good because you get sound effects of their speeders and their lightsabers and stuff, and it was great. And I wanted the hard copy, and every time I went to see it or buy it online or anywhere secondhand, it was just selling for stupid amounts of money. And to this day, I have still not purchased it. If you want to do this tag, then go ahead, consider yourself tagged. I'm not necessarily going to tag any particular people. So I'm just going to put a broad tag out there to say, look, if you're watching, you fancy doing it, consider yourself tagged. Thank you so much for watching. And yeah, you're going to see me in this top again because I've got another tag to record. So I'll see you in my next one. Bye.